We've got only one objective in Season 1, and that is to get promoted back to the top flight of Romanian football with FC Arges, who are currently down in League 2. And to help us with that, the board have generously provided us with bugger all money, so we're going to have to do a little bit of wheeling and dealing if we want to strengthen our squad. But if we take a look at the rules for the Romanian Second League, and actually the top league as well, you can see that nations treated as EU has all African, Caribbean and Pacific groups of states nations, which means we can go to Africa and we can buy lots and lots of players for cheap, and it's fine because for some reason they're going to count as EU citizens. I'm not going to question it, we're just going to go with it. So we are now going to jump forward to the end of the transfer window, and you can see what sort of business we've done. We'll also have a quick look at the squad that we're going to go for Season 1 in our quest to get back to the top flight. So as the transfer window has now closed, of course we did go to Africa to buy ourselves a whole bunch of African players for cheap. And there was a little bit of a strange thing where we actually managed to get some players on loan for free. We're not even paying their wages. Like Blessings Sarapinda, for example, a Zimbabwean central midfielder or defence midfielder at 24 years of age with 5 caps as well to his name. He's getting paid absolutely nothing from us. Caps United, his current team, are paying him his entire wages. But we are bringing him in January when his contract expires. So he is going to cost us a little bit of money. But I think he's pretty good. We also paid a trip over to the Ivory Coast, one of my favourite nations in Football Manager to buy players from. And we brought in Mohamed Silla, an Ivorian striker, 21 years of age, 3 caps as well to his name, on loan for the season, paying absolutely no money for him at all. I don't know whether this is a thing that should happen, but I'm going to take advantage of it. In order to fund our trips, I assume, just our holidays to Africa, we did sell a player. Christian Balju has gone to Michalov, maybe, could be the name, for about £26,000. So this is how our squad looks like for Season 1. As you can see, it's pretty big, but we could not get rid of too many players. Not many people wanted to leave. We have got a very good core of players who are actually under 20 years of age. We've got a couple of very good players as well. Andre Tofan, 27-year-old right back. I think he's going to be an absolute star for us. 4.5-star current ability. He's ridiculous. Probably should be playing in the top league. And at 26 years of age as well, Grigori Turda, a central defender. He's going to be our rock in defence. I'm expecting big things from Turda, and I'm hoping we can keep hold of him as well. He's been here since 2018 he's been here. Been here a while. And alongside our new signing Silla, we've got Bogdan Rusu. Yes, he is 33 years of age, but I'm hoping for big things. If we can get a season or 2 out of Rusu and then maybe retire at the end of it, I'm hoping that's what happens. He's already got 5 goals in 5 starts for us in the league. So we've already started off pretty well. We're currently second in the table, joint on points with Selenbar and whoever they are, Targovista. Probably should have picked a nation where I can actually say some of the names. And how we've managed to get to second place in the table is actually we've played ridiculously well. Yes, we have lost a game against Selenbar, but every other league game, we have kept a clean sheet. We've won 3-0, 2-0, 1-0, and then 5-0 as well. We've also managed to get through to the Cup Romania. I assume this is like the FA Cup, and I think it turns into like a group stage once you get actually into the cup properly. So we've managed to get to that point as well, which is obviously very, very good. We're now going to jump all the way forward to the 1st of January, although that is not when our transfer window opens. It is when most of European transfer windows open, so hopefully we can try and shift some players on, and we'll see what business we can do in January as well. As you can see on the right hand side, transfer budget of 0, and we're currently overspending on our wage budget, so don't expect too many new signings from us. So the window is now open, and like I've just mentioned, we're probably not going to be selling anybody, because I don't think we've really got any players who are worth any money to sell anyway. We might kind of get rid of some fringe players, but you can see there the big news is we are currently top of the 2nd division. Selenbar close behind us, just 2 points behind, but we are on 37 points. And we've managed to basically play ridiculously well. We have lost another match in the middle there. You can see against this team, Corvinal Honderara, maybe, could be their name. But anyway, we're doing pretty good. We're keeping clean sheets. We're actually not conceding many goals at all. And the other big bit of news as well, we are actually in to the semi-final, potentially. I think we're into the semi-final of the Romania Cup, which is mad. We've got Cluj, we've got Iasi, and we've got Hermannstadt. All 3 teams are probably good enough to batter us, aren't they? So looking at the league table then, as you can see, top of the table. But one thing we do need to pay attention to is very soon we will split. I don't think we can see it here. We will split into a top group and a relegation group. And that means, if we have a look at the rules very quickly, we'll be in the Championship playoff. The top 2 will go through to the top division. If we're 3rd or 4th, we'll have to play a playoff, which will actually involve the League 1 Superliga teams, who are kind of in a relegation battle, and one team will replace those. I believe that's how it works. When it comes to players, Bogdan Rusu has been doing the business for us. However, he has been on a little bit of a dry spell as of late. 14 starts, 9 league goals, 8 starts in the cup, 5 goals as well. But if we take a look at his form, he's kind of not been very good. He did score against Rasista, but then he just stopped playing basically once we hit sort of towards the end of October. Just kind of stopped playing. So maybe he's hit his peak and he's on the decline. But the good news is, Mohamed Silla, who we've brought in on loan from RC Abidjan, is still scoring some goals. 12 starts, 7 goals, 7 starts in the cup, 4 goals as well. So 11 in all competitions. He's looking very, very good. I might try and sign him in the summer if we can get away with this one. Other players worth mentioning, Andre Tofan, the 27-year-old right-back, is looking very good for us, as I expected. He's got 5 assists in the league, 3 in the cup, 8 in all competitions, and a goal to his name. He is frustratingly wanted by IASI, who are obviously in the top tier of Romanian football, but I'm hoping we can keep hold of him. He is our highest earner, or one of our highest earners, so a big offer needs to come in, and I might need to do it just for financial reasons. It's not only Tofan, though, who has been getting the assist. Dorian Bertrand, the Madagascan left winger with 5 caps to his name, has also been chipping in with lots of assists as well. 8 in all competitions, a couple of goals as well. I'm not sure whether we want to be keeping Bertrand, though, because I'm expecting assuming we get promoted in the summer, he's the type of player that we should be able to replace quite easily. He's 30 years of age as well. So, Bertrand, do well for us this season. You might earn yourself a contract extension next year. So obviously we do have ourselves a transfer window which opens mid-January. I think it's mid-January to mid-February for us. I think we need to do some planning for, let's expect promotion. There is 7 points between us and 3rd place. If we finish in the top 2, we should be promoted. We have to kind of hope and expect that we are going to get promoted, which means our business through January might need to be looking for the future rather than the current season. And with a nice blur fade, we are at the end of the January transfer window. Well, the winter transfer window is probably what we should call it. So what type of business have we managed to do? First of all, Blessing Sarapinda has made his move permanent. He's now getting a wage, £625 a week, and he's got a groin strain, which is magical. And we've also completed the signing of 2 central defenders, which I'm not convinced we needed to do, but I got excited when I saw them available on a free transfer. Luke Fleurs is first up, a 23-year-old South African central defender. Looks pretty good. A value of 1.3 to 2.9 million. We might not even keep this guy. We might just keep him until the summer, maybe January next season, and then shift him on for a nice big profit. Somebody who I do want to keep is Juan Pablo Cerezuela. Probably not his name, but we're going to go for it. 22-year-old Argentine central defender. He was playing for Barracas Central, and I think we've got like an Argentine scout, because I seem to get lots of reports from Argentina. We got this guy come through, and I went, he looks very good. He's available on a free. Let's bring him in. And I think he is going to be very good for us. Now, I didn't mention this at the start of the season, but we have been playing this as our formation, but because we've now brought in 2 new central defenders, we're going to have to mix it up, which is why we've gone for a 5-2-3 formation rather than a 4-2-4. I'm making sure Todos plays every game at the moment. I did pick, I think it was Sarapinda and somebody else, Silla, might have been kind of 2 players that I forced to play for the first half of the season. Todos we're definitely going to try and keep, but as you can see, we've got a lot of central defenders, so we've kind of had to change up the formation. Could be a big risk. We've also not played any more games yet so far, so we are still obviously top of the table. We are now just going to jump forward to the end of the regular season, so only 4 more games to play, and then we're going to play, or find out, let's say, who we're going to be playing in the championship phase. We have topped the table. You can see there we've moved into the Champions playoff. We are on 45 points. Our points are kept exactly the same from the first half of the season. So we are 4 points clear of Selimbar, and then we are, 7 points clear of 3rd place. Those guys, not even going to try and pronounce it. So we have obviously done reasonably well. We've actually drawn a couple of games. Silla scoring goals for fun. 3 in that one, a goal in that one as well. We've also got Cerezuela also getting his first goal for the club. We've now got, 10 games, I believe, left to play to hopefully finish in the top 2 positions. And we've also got Hermannstad in the Romanian Cup semi-final. I think we're going to get battered in that one. Now, throughout this save, I'm obviously going to be heavily relying on our youth intakes to produce some pretty decent footballers. I've kind of put some stars next to some players there who I think have some potential. I say think. Some of these, I look at them and go, I'm not convinced there's anything there. Although he's 15, maybe he's going to have some potential as well. So I wouldn't take this as kind of a very good example of a good youth intake. Obviously, we've got 4.5-star potential players here, but I'm not expecting the world first few seasons. Maybe when we start getting into European competitions with Argus, then that's when we're going to see if we're getting 4 or 5-star potential players come through our youth intakes, then we know we've got some good players. We are going to take a very quick look, though, at Florin Vasile, who I think is going to be our best player. He's only 15 years of age at the moment, and I think he might get the odd game between now and the end of the season. It might be a risk. Probably less, not, maybe he might come off the bench a couple of times. Was it ever in any doubt? We are champions of the Romanian Second League, 3 points clear of CSC Selimbar. And the question of was it ever in any doubt? Yes, it actually was. In the Champions playoff, we lost 2 matches, including a match against Selimbar. We did manage to beat them in the first match, though. But yeah, we did lose again, which means we were 3 points clear. If we had lost that game, we would have probably dropped down. Although goal difference-wise, goal difference isn't much better either. So we may well have dropped down into second place, but it didn't matter. Anyway, we are champions. We are being promoted to the top division of Romania. And you might have already spotted as well, we did play Hermannstadt and we did get absolutely smashed by Hermannstadt, 4-0 in the end. And Hermannstadt, by the way, did go on to win the entire thing, 6-1 against CFR Cluj. So yeah, they kind of battered everyone in that competition, including us. And we didn't play as bad as Cluj did either. So, when it comes to players then, Bogdan Rusu is our second top scorer, scoring 14 in all competitions, 9 in the league, 5 in the cup, now 34 years of age. He has got a contract extension for another year. We're just going to see how well he goes. The loanee from RC Abidjan, Mohamed Silla, is our top goal scorer with 19 in all competitions, 15 of them in the league. Played very, very well for us. I don't think we're going to be able to sign him in the summer. However, I might try and extend his loan deal, because if we can extend it for another season, he's going to be very useful for us, at least for 1 year in the top flight. We did also have 3 players picking up a huge amount of assists. In third place is Andre Tofan with 9 assists to his name, 3 in the league. 6 in the league and then 3 in the cup. We obviously know he's very good, and we did manage to keep hold of him throughout January. Somebody we did not mention, who has had a much better second half of the year, is Ionut Radescu, a right winger who is, he's just suddenly turned up out of nowhere with 10 assists in the league, 1 as well in the cup, 11 in total. He's also got 6 goals to his name, playing on the opposite flank to Bertrand. He's out of contract in a month. I'm not sure whether we're going to extend it, because we are going to be doing some business in the summer. And obviously on the opposite flank, we do have Dorian Bertrand, now 31 years of age, 13 assists in all competitions, 11 in the league with the 2 goals as well. I'm not going to extend his deal. I don't think I'm going to. I'm not convinced that I should extend his deal. Much like the guy on the other flank, I think we can do better than what we've got there. The final players that I want to mention are our defence. In particular, Grigori Turda. I mentioned at the start of the save that I think he's going to be very useful for us. Obviously, he was very useful for us. We had 14 clean sheets in the league. He is obviously a key part to that. And another key part is Mario Turos. I don't think I showed him off earlier on in this video, but Turos, I think there's some potential there. Apparently he played for Benfica in real life. I don't know why or how that happened, but he did. We've got him back. I'm forced playing him. He's played 27 times this season, a goal to his name as well. I think there's a future here for Turos, and obviously being Romanian does kind of fit the bill of what we need. Well, as for next season then, obviously we are not there just yet, but I've already got the wheels in motion to bring in some new players. We are going to be bringing in a brand new number 1 goalkeeper, because I think what we've currently got is good, but we can certainly do better, and that's going to be on a free transfer. We are also potentially spending £500,000 of our minus £634,000 bank budget on a brand new striker to replace the ageing Rusu. This could be either the best bit of business we do, or potentially the worst, because it might cripple us financially. Obviously, next season we are going to be massive, massive underdogs in the league, so our objective really has to be staying up. But that's not my objective. My objective is mid-table. I want to be not only staying up, but I want to be staying up comfortably. So if you have enjoyed this episode, do please remember to click the like button, subscribe to the channel as well when you want to see Season 2, which should be out hopefully very, very soon. Thanks for watching.